Previously on Sailing Aquarius. After a huge celebration last night, we are off to Sicily. 200 nautical miles, which wasn't an easy one. Nevertheless, we arrived to Naxos, where above on the mountain you can see an impressive looking Taormina town. Come join me. We had really good time enjoying crystal clear waters, exploring nearby beaches and caves. Pizza is 10 euros. And later on, we took a bus up top to the main town. It is definitely an impressive and very charming place to visit. And just look at these views.
So I guess somebody sits on a bomb and they drive it into a ship. So over there you can see mainland Italy. Down there are the beautiful beaches that we saw this morning. And right down there you can see the little cut in between Sicily and the mainland. And that's where we're going to be going tomorrow.
Looked at all the winds, and we picked the time where the wind supposedly died down. It was going to be less than about 7 knots inside the straits. It ended up we're seeing 20 to 20 knots constant and gusts to 30 knots. So we're just not very happy about this, but we want to get just a little ways further because, you know, the current wind in Messina, which is only 12 nautical miles in front of us, actually maybe 13, it says that it's 3 knots. So something's got to change between now and Messina. And the weather said 7 knots. So the winds are still up, we're still seeing 20 knots solid, no more gusts, and the waves have calmed down, so now we're doing a little bit better. But you can see the ferry right there, it looks like it's going backwards, but that's what they do, they just go back and forth, but they don't change the AIS. So that's kind of interesting. And we were going to come up here and go around, but instead of that, we're going to come up here and then we're going to cross over. So that is the next step, crossing over to the other side.
We finally made it to the other side and stopped in Scilla, another beautiful location with other fireworks.
This is a sword fishing boat. You can see the people up top, but some of them, like the one I think that's over in the harbor right now, has the big bowsprit out front. So that is a sword fishing boat. So up there, I think they put the people that are on the lookout, and then I think they spear the swordfish from out here. Pretty wild.
So that's where we came last night. It's pretty cool, but the bottom is all rock. So we're afraid that we might not be able to pull out the anchor later on. We are in Scilla. That's the mainland of Italy, at the very top tip of the boot. So we're next to Sicily, but we are not in the island anymore. We are in mainland.
So there's Aquarius.
Beautiful sunset, and we are leaving Scilla for Stromboli. That's the Messina Strait that we came through yesterday.
So you can barely see it, but we're arriving at Stromboli. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Stromboli, volcanic island with active volcano, and we were hoping to see the red shine from volcano lava. We could not see anything. We just sat there waiting for the first light to find safe anchorage.
Sunrise.
It was definitely a very busy place. So that is Stromboli island, and that the little one is Stromboli.
Because you were so small, you will go to Stromboli. That will be your home for the rest of your life. And I will go to Stromboli because I'm a big.
Somebody's in a really good mood.
Oh, it's good to be in Stromboli.
Now this is some seriously black sand, volcanic sand. And this is the volcano itself.
Stromboli. This is where we put our dinghy. But I wanted to see what the fuel prices were here. $2.38 and $2.37.
$2.30 per liter. So that would be about $10 a gallon for fuel here. $10 a gallon. That's a lot. So in Stromboli, walking up the hill.
Yep.
Are you going to climb to the top?
No.
Yeah, neither am I. So this is the main drag?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's drag.
So we got a fine, 320 euro fine for staying here. So, funny enough, they just came only for us.
They come back and they get all upset at us and they say, you need to leave now. That's what he said. And the other boat, just as close or closer than we were, just sitting there hanging out. They're laying out on the deck. They're not getting ready to go, talking. Stromboli. There it is. this is about a half an hour later. Another boat's already moved into my position, and the other boat is still there. Because they don't have to leave. Because there's one set of rules for the foreign boats and one set of rules for the local boats. They don't have to move, got speed up. Of course, the police come over and harass us because we didn't leave right away.
Well, needless to say, that completely ruined our day. As for nearly 7 years of our sailing, this is the first fine we ever got. And what is interesting also, during all the stay, we haven't even seen one puff over the volcano. Compared to what we saw in Tana, Vanuatu, this is nothing. This time we stopped at the other volcanic island, and in the fear to get another fine, because it's another very busy place, we parked in quite uncomfortable faraway waters. This place was nicer than the Stromboli, but in all honesty, we are in a rush to leave because we don't want to get fined again for God knows what. And I noticed if it's a busy place, they really do everything to get rid of you from there.
So what's the next destination?
Cefalu. That's a city next to Palermo. There is one anchorage and the port, and the city is behind the cliff.
Are you swimming over?
No.
Why not?
No. So, Captain, I notice now you park like a mile away from the shore not to get the fine.
Well, you got to make sure that all the other boats are inside of you because they go after the foreign yachts.
Yeah.
You're lazy.
Uh-huh.
You want to climb the fence?
Nah.
Oh, come on. Live a little.
It is 4 p.m. and everything is closed. We're trying to find grocery store. Not much of a luck. Cefalu is claimed one of the nicest places in Sicily, and we also intended to visit Palermo, but feeling of being unwelcome and upcoming big storm with no good protection in Palermo forced us to move again, this time up north to Sardinia. Next on Sailing Aquarius. Goodbye, Sicily! We are off to Sardinia. Wish us fair winds.
See some crazy shit.
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said it came from Spanish.